Okay, go ahead.
All right, so hi guys, it's me, Arla Sheree, and I have
Jayson.
my friend Jayson Estelle. All right, so we're gonna do a second part to the relationships. First video was about wrong relationship advice. I was trying to be serious, and he was killing the mood with his funniness. And this one is more real talk, right, Jayson?
Yes.
So we're going to talk about, guess what? The good, the bad, and the ugly in relationships. So, Jayson, can you tell me about any good relationships you've been in?
A good relationship I've been in is where me and the girl get along and we have fun together and we don't argue. We try and find things that work between me and the girl, like my love right here. We have fun together. We don't ever really argue. Like, we try to keep everything balanced between the two of us. We don't try and step over each other and step into each other's place and tell them where they're wrong and where they're right. We just keep, and that's probably the best relationship I've been in. A lot of it are good.
The other ones will go into the next subject. Okay, I got you. See, leaving on suspense. Okay, so for me, the good. Okay, I've only been in a few good relationships, like, where you leave on good terms,
Yeah.
What I feel like a good relationship is like what he said, almost, where you can agree, you're very compatible, there's no real arguing. Every relationship is going to have their arguments, but it's something where you can just always ease back into being with somebody, it's not so back and forth. And that's the best thing. I mean, not every relationships have that, but it's good. Like, if I say, hey, take out the trash, you should be able to take out the trash. Why argue about it? It's something simple,
Yes.
Or, hey, I'm thirsty, can I have something to drink too? Oh yeah, sure. Not, hey, get up and get it yourself, That's just me.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going that way, and then I happen to be thirsty while you're going that way. It makes sense. So what about a bad relationship?
Bad relationship I've been in with a previous girl that everything was her. Nothing was for the both of us. It was, if it wasn't for her, it was for nobody. Whereas if she was hungry and I wasn't hungry, she'd be like, I would of course I'd make it for her, but where she didn't appreciate it. Like, she would just be like, well, about freaking time that you got me what I wanted, about time, go get me a soda while make yourself useful and go get me a soda. Where it's, and then she would treat my mom like crap and tell my mom where to, after mom just got off of work, hard day at work, be like, hey, go get me something, make yourself useful and get me and Jayson something to eat. When in reality, I'm not even hungry. She was speaking rude to my mom for no reason. Wasn't hungry at that moment, and then I tried to tell her I love her, and she was like, "Oh, I missed part of the movie. Now I have to rewind the whole movie all over again," and it just turned it into a disaster. We left, and she cheated on me, and I made it best because now I don't have to worry about her anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yours.
Okay, my bad relationship. Ooh. Females, come on now. We all, even males too, we all been in bad relationships. I had one where the guy was real good at first, and we broke it off because we were neutral. He had a job and it was far away, and I couldn't do it. And then he called me 1 year, like almost a whole year later, on my birthday. Okay? On my birthday, you guys. Asked me out to the movies and everything. And then literally the next day, I was in tears because he sent like almost 2 paragraphs of message saying, you ain't good for nothing, you piece of, fill in the blank. And, like, just trying to down me. But the thing was, is I never did nothing wrong to him, But I've been in other ones, too, where the guys try to control me. Like, this one guy was, like, way older than me, try to control me, try to make me do everything he wanted to do. But the one thing he didn't realize is I have a sense of mind. I could do for myself if I need to, or I can figure things out. I really don't rely on anybody,
Yeah.
And, he tried to make me feel really, really bad about myself. Almost every negative bad one always trying to make me feel bad about myself. But I have too much pride in myself to let a man tear me down, which a lot of females don't. But for some reason, I never let them get to me. And it actually helped me to find something better in a guy, You're not always, and I can't say, in a relationship, there's going to be faults in somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's ever perfect,
No.
And we can't always take it as, like, if I say even if, like, a simple trash, if I say take out the trash and he doesn't do it, okay, give him a minute. Maybe he didn't hear you, or maybe he's actually occupied at that time. You're like, hey, can you give me a drink? Maybe he ran out of the drink. And yelling at it's not going to improve the relationship. Or telling somebody what to do constantly isn't going to run the relationship. You can't run a relationship by yourself. It has to be mutual and in an agreement. If you don't agree, what's the point?
Yes.
So, the last one. Tell me about an ugly relationship.
Define ugly.
Ugly. Bad, horrible, the most...
Basically,
one that you want to just choke somebody out over.
Basically, it would be the second one, the bad relationship, where I was treated like crap, and she was downing me she was downing the world out of me, like telling me that I'm not good for her and that I'm not good for anybody, and the only people I'm good for is myself and my mom, and then like trying to tell other people that I was the one that cheated on her and made it seem like I was the bad culprit and she was the angel in the whole thing, and that I was Mr. Wrong and she was Mrs. Right. And everything that she was trying to do to tell them bad things about me were actually false. She was just trying to make people hate me because she wanted to get in other people's pants, basically, and not really tell the full truth. I try to tell the truth, and they always said you're a liar. Would never cheat on you. And so but in reality, she did cheat on me, and my friend even told the truth that. But yeah, and she was telling me that I was ugly and that I looked like I fell off the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. And just you fill in all the blanks, and she'd probably call me that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yours.
Ugly. Well, you could use ugly in so many ways. You could say a relationship is ugly, or the guy. I've been in both, actually. I met an ugly guy in an ugly relationship.
She was actually ugly, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant me. Sorry, y'all. I thought he was calling me ugly for a second. But yeah, so I have seen an ugly guy though in a relationship, and okay, so you could put one where it was, I forgot that year. Remember when Cowboys won against the Saints? Yeah, it was that year when the Cowboys won against the Saints, and I was chilling at a guy's house or whatever, and honestly, I was really young at that age. I was kind of going to school for child development at that time, but I pretty much raised almost a lot of people, so I was used to being around kids. But his brother's baby mama at that time brought her son over, and I wasn't really thinking I was going to be a babysitter, but at times that boy just wouldn't leave me alone, because I'm really good with kids and they get attached to me. But what happened is that I was kind of bored at the house, so I kind of started dozing off at times, and the little boy crawled in my arms and went to sleep. But I wasn't paying attention, and I didn't know that the guy I was dating at that time gave his nephew like a lifesaver gummy, and he gave him the whole lifesaver gummy, and the little boy was maybe about 2 years old, and he pretty much fell asleep in my arms with the gummy in his mouth and started, he wasn't really choking on it, but I guess it was going down his throat. And then the mom comes and snatches him out of my hand saying, oh, my son's not breathing. Okay, one, honestly, I don't remember the whole thing, but I really think the boy was breathing, you know what I mean? But I was actually kind of asleep myself, so I really don't know. All I remember is that she snatched him and then she started going off on me. And he wasn't defending me because I was kind of asleep, and he didn't kind of defend me towards the end, saying I'm the one that gave my nephew the lifesaver, blah, 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 blah. And like, she was making me feel real bad because she's like, if my son would have died in your arms, I would have came after you and this and that. But for one, like, I think I was already asleep before the little boy was even in my arms. I didn't even know he was there until she snatched him out of my arms. And then the reason why the relationship was ugly was because he never defended me for anything, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like people that don't defend me, especially when you know you didn't do something wrong and that person just is like, we'll let anybody walk all over you. And I'm the type of person, I usually don't hold my tongue, but when I'm not in my area, I usually am nice, you know? But I kind of like, right after she did that, I kind of was just like, I'm going to just walk home or whatever, you know? And then his mom started going off on me, like, oh my God, you let every little thing get to you. And it's like, well, yeah, because the lady's going off on me, calling me all kind of names, trying to say I'm trying to kill her son when I was sleeping, didn't even know what was going on, you know? And here you have a son that's not even defending me. So it was like, yeah, in a way, I felt like that relationship was kind of ugly. Like, it wasn't gonna go nowhere. So, like, to be truthfully honest, I did what I felt was best. Like, the next day, he tried calling me, never answered his calls. Then he eventually blocked his calls where he would never be able to contact me ever again in his life. But, yeah, that's pretty much my good, my bad, and my ugly, and your good and bad and ugly. So, if you like this real talk about relationships, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
Bye.